I want you to focus on your breathing. And as you breathe in, I want you to see golden flecks of quantum light entering into your lungs. And as these golden flecks of quantum light enter the lungs, they then travel to every cell in your body. And this golden quantum light begins to awaken and fire up the DNA in every cell of your body. You see your whole body begin to glow with this golden quantum light. And as it does, you begin the process of connecting to all the parts of your multi-dimensional self within the quantum field. I want you to visualize your multi-dimensional self as a tree, a beautiful golden tree that runs through the very fabric of the universe. And if we think of ourselves in this lifetime that we are leading now as a twig on the branch of that golden tree, and this tree is our soul, the fullness of our soul that runs through time and space and the entire universe. And on each twig on your golden soul tree represents a lifetime that you are living now in another time, another place. We have connected to all our multidimensional self in the quantum field through breathing in the golden quantum flakes of light and waking up our DNA. We're now going to travel through time and space to another part of our multi-dimensional self that is having another experience somewhere else right now, to another twig on our soul tree, another lifetime that we need to see today that will help us to make sense of this lifetime that we are in now. In a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, I want you to feel yourself being pulled through time and space as if by a magnet to another lifetime in your soul tree that we need to see today. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling through time and space through our soul branch and looking for the most suitable lifetime to visit today. 2, almost there now. And 1, be there now. And tell me what you see or what you experience. And just tell me as you look at this place, Notice everything around you. This place where you're viewing this from. And tell me what you see or feel or notice.
Just an area where there's black sand all around me. It's like a beach,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, you can see little straws of grass, black beach.
Black sand beach.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Just tell me as you look down at your feet, just tell me what your feet look like.
I'm wearing sandals.
Mm-hmm. And does the body
Uh,
feel male or does it feel
male,
female? Male.
male. Yeah,
And just as you have a
it's
look,
human.
yeah, have a
Sorry.
look. Beautiful. Just have a look. Just follow your eyes up your body and tell me what else it is that you're wearing. You've got your sandals on. What colour are the sandals?
Yeah, it's like rather sort of simple clothes, like
Mm-hmm.
uh, brown or something little rather simple, just trousers and a jacket. But yeah, the trousers are not, they're a bit short, but not
Yes.
shorts. And
Are you aware if you're holding anything in your hands or have anything on your head?
yeah, I have a hat on and
Mm-hmm.
a bag, like goes like this over my shoulder.
Like a satchel.
Yeah,
Very good. Just tell me, does the body feel old or does it feel young?
it's, I mean, maybe 30,
Hmm.
around there.
And the body feels
Yeah,
healthy and strong.
yeah.
Very good. Well, as you just integrate fully and just have a look around this black beach and just tell me more about what's happening there.
When I look at the sea is
Mm,
very strange color. It's very green,
mm,
sort of blue green, and I can smell the smell of the sea. It's
mm-hmm.
quite. I mean, it smells of salt, like sea, but
Yes.
the color of it is a bit strange. It's more sort of blue green, not a color that I've seen really of the sea before. Or yeah, and sort of in the landscape, there's a lot of red, a bit of green, but it's a bit different shade of green, a different shade of red than have seen before in this lifetime. And it's almost like we would imagine a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
fantasy landscape. It's sort of a little bit different colors than I'm used to in this lifetime.
Just allow yourself to explore further along this beach and notice if there's any other people, if there's any houses or what else you
Yes,
can see.
there are, yeah, I can see people in the distance. Not, well, not that far, but there are people there, and but it's like it's more landscape.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see any houses. This just seems like I'm doing something there. I don't know whether I'm just, yeah, it's like I'm picking some seaweed or something like a seaweed
Mm-hmm.
from the just the beach, the ocean, picking it, put it in my bag,
Yes.
and my skin is quite yellow.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the colors there are just completely different. I mean, it's like a landscape you would see on Earth, but the colors are completely different.
Yes. Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is
Mm.
beautiful.
What kind of feeling do you get as you're there on this beach picking the seaweed? What feeling do you have in your body? Do you feel happy
Yeah,
and content?
yeah,
Are you there alone picking the seaweed, or are there any others around you
yeah.
picking seaweed as well?
There are other people there,
Hmm.
also doing something.
Yes.
Just on this particular spot where I'm here alone on this particular spot, but there are other people out there in the distance
Hmm.
somehow working. But it seems like we are sort of taking food that we eat, that we
Hmm.
use, and stuff we use uh from the land, you know,
Yes.
things that grow there, and we use. Um,
Do you feel that you live close by? Would you like to go and find your house and see where it is that you live? See if you have a
yeah,
family. Tell me more about where it is that you live. So if you want
yeah.
to.
The houses are white,
Hmm.
sort of white houses, and they're, the roof of the houses are like sort of half bowl, like curved, but they're made of stone, but they're white or sort of very weird light brown.
Just allow yourself to go into your home and tell me what it looks like inside as you open that door of the little white house, little stone white house. Tell me what you can see in there.
Yeah, it's quite it's simple. Not very sort of lavish things or anything. It's just table, chairs, sort of comfortable things, sofa, and also some technology. Sort of technology on the wall. You can pick and choose different things through this
Mm-hmm.
technology, which provides you things you need. I mean, we could get this technology just to provide us food, but we enjoy getting things from nature to eat and also just create things. Create things we want to just create and do things and create. And make things from what the nature provides. But we don't need to, but we do because we enjoy it.
Yes. Is that why you go picking seaweed on the beach? Is that something that you enjoy
Yes.
doing? And what do you do with the seaweed when you've collected it
It,
all?
it's like I create like it's sort of dense nutrition that we eat. It's very, very nutritious for us. And so I create like sort of little bits of it to just eat because it gives us nutrition. But you can also make stuff with it. You can make a basket or a bowl or if you allow it, if you sort of form it when it's a bit damp and then it hardens and becomes like a bowl. You can also make art with it. It's amazing stuff.
And there's plenty of the seaweed along that beach that you can go
Yeah,
and
yeah,
collect.
yeah.
And who do you
Sort of.
make these things or do other people make them? Do you just collect the seaweed?
I make them.
Hmm.
Other people do too,
Hmm.
but I make them because I enjoy doing it. It seems like where I live is just it's very you're very free to do what we want. We don't really need to do anything. We just do what we want to do, like more. But
Yes.
we also take care of each other, and um, and it's like the nature just gives us things if we want to. She sort of freely provides these things that we can do stuff with and play with and eat and yeah.
So do you live there with anyone else in your little stone house?
Yeah, my family is around me.
Yeah, tell me more about your family.
It's about 10 people. It's like there are other males and females and children. It's not like the society is not completely like here where I would marry this person and stay with that person for the rest of my life.
Hmm.
It's more like a family units, but I mean they also flow between the other ones, and it's like it's much more free in some way. It's but
It's less restricted.
yeah, but
Mm.
also we also take care of each other.
Yes,
We would also always protect each other if something would happen, you know?
yes. Tell me what the rest of your family look like. You said you had quite yellow skin. You can just describe to me what everyone looks like, or just some of them, the difference
Yeah.
between the males and the females.
I have hair. Females also have hair, but the the skin is a bit different from how I am today. It's a bit different. I
Yes.
think we can go into the water Yes, we can go into the water, and parts of our some of our species live in the water. We can also go into the water and yeah, go to the people who live there. We can live on land and we can live on water in water. But
Yes.
but there
And,
are I mean we can't live just in the water. The ones who live in the water live sort of in domes.
hmm
Their houses are under sort of domes. But we can be in the water for quite some time, and then we can,
and breathe under the water.
yeah, somehow our skin is a bit different.
Yes. Is
Our
that somewhere you would
fingers
like to?
fingers are longer.
hmm Would you like to go and explore the water and just tell me what that experience is like if you are one of the ones that can go in the water and experience what's in there?
Yes.
Just allow yourself just to drift along and tell me what you can see or experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of beings who live in the water.
And do they look the
Just like
same
there
as
are.
you?
No, no.
There's all different types of beings. Just to
Yes.
describe to me some of the different beings that you can see
There are
around
there
you.
are some like fish. Like there are fish here.
hmm
And whales, big ones, small ones. And also beings that look like plants. And beings that look like people but much smaller and
hmm
completely live in the water. There are all kinds of beings that we communicate with, most of them.
Tell me how
All,
you
all
communicate
those
with them. How is it that you can communicate with all these different types of beings?
uh, in our head, like telepathically, most of
hmm
them. There are some who are not capable of doing that just yet, but yeah, telepathically, it seems like.
And does it
And we
seem
can
very
sort of,
peaceful and harmonious as well?
yes, yes.
hmm Wonderful. Tell me more
It's
about
it's
those
like,
domes that the people live in, that some of the beings live in.
yeah,
Can
it's
you go
like,
and visit them?
yes. Yeah, it's like you'd sort of swim in the water and then you'd swim into a bubble, but it's really a dome. It's like a force field or something,
hmm
but you can swim in. And then the sort of houses are also white, but they're more like uh, like they're built up like this, maybe call it uh, uh, like a platform. Yes, like a
Yes, a
platform.
platform.
Yeah, and the house is on the platform.
hmm
Yeah,
And do they have the same technology in their house as what was in your house? The technology you said that was on the
yeah.
wall. Can you tell me more
It's
about?
similar. It's
c-
similar.
Yeah,
It's just that some people prefer. When I look at them, I see that they are maybe not completely the same as us, but very similar. It's
yes,
like the sort of a different brands, maybe of the same species that some prefer living in the water and other prefer living on land.
yes,
And but they also have technology that suits where they live,
yes.
for their needs. And it's like I think that on this planet there are more species than one who live, like humanoid species, than one who live on this planet. You know.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about the technology that you have access to and what kind of things it's for?
Yeah, it's for all kinds of things. We can make food. We can, regulate the temperature in the house. We can use it to heal if we need that. We can make clothes. Uh, we can create things with it. If you need a chair, uh, all kinds of things you can do. It's sort of it's like technology. What's in the houses is like technology which is just for basic life, you know?
Yes.
But of course there is much more complicated technology for all kinds of other things. Elsewhere, also in the village, but also elsewhere on the planet, you know? But this
Yes.
is these what's in the houses is more like, yeah, what you need for basic, or not just basic, for life, it's just
Yes.
what we have to support our.
And can you describe the technology to me to get more of an understanding of what it looks like, if it's a screen or if you
Yeah,
press but if you is it touch screen or how does it work and does it have a name? Is there a particular name to this technology that you know of?
I don't know the name. It's like a sort of wall, and the house is like sort of long, like a wall here. It's in the wall
Yes.
in the house,
Mm,
and it's like sort of white, sort of glistening, uh, sort of screen. You can make it disappear, so you can't, so you wouldn't sort of notice it. It can be just the same color as the wall,
yes.
but then when you touch it, it sort of comes on and it's white. Like, yeah. And it's just, you just touch the screens and there's writing and then all kinds, and you just, yeah. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's like a computer screen, but it's white and has completely different writing than on
Hmm.
this planet. And it just like on the wall in the house.
Yeah. So you say you can create things or even replicate things, or you can create food to be eaten. It's
Hmm.
almost like a replicator.
Hmm.
And then would you just have to think of what it is that you need, or would there just be almost like a menu? You can tell me more about how that works. Or you said that you could maybe create a chair by
Yeah.
using this technology. So you just explain to me a little bit more about how that works.
Yeah, it's yeah, in a sense maybe it's what you think, but you also have to know how to use it. So you can just choose, like, almost like program it, but and also to make different food. If you know something that you want to make, you can almost just program it. There's not just pictures. You just it's like you can just program it to do what you want, or just tell it. make me a chair and make it look like this. Make me a spaghetti
Hmm.
with tomato sauce. You know, it's um, it's not really a menu, but maybe there is. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I mean, if you want spaghetti, you can get spaghetti. If you want, it's not just a limited menu, and you can only get uh, three things. You know, you can get
Hmm.
all sorts of things.
Hmm.
Then you can also just go out and pick your own food
Yes.
from nature if you want, and just eat
Okay.
that. I mean, some people do prefer eating from nature. Um,
Sounds
and
absolutely wonderful.
yeah,
It
it,
saves
it
so much time on having to cook your own food if you don't want to.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I
Very
mean, it
good.
means that the sort of the feeling of life on this planet
Hmm.
is like it's very, very peaceful. It's like you're just content and at peace because you're also able to you can do other things if you want to. If you want to work or provide for your village or for the bigger community, you can just do that.
Very good. And just tell me more about what would happen in your typical day. Maybe go and pick up some seaweed, and then what other things do you like to do? You go and explore around the village.
It feels like that I am in this society. I'm quite young,
Yes.
so I'm sort of still deciding whether I want to, go and explore being somewhere else and living somewhere else and working and doing something else.
Hmm. And where would this other place be that you would have options to go to?
I can go to the bigger communities, or maybe you
Hmm.
would call cities, like
Yes.
bigger places. It feels like you know, there are more than one species on this planet. There's one of the species, which is not us.
Hmm.
One of the species is sort of the ruling class.
Yes.
They are the ones who control most things. Yeah.
And how do you feel about that species? Can you tell me what they look like? Are they different to the way that you look?
Yeah, a little bit. Their skin is more smooth.
Hmm.
It's more blue in the, yeah, it's a bit more blue.
And would you
But they
tend
don't,
to mix with these people, with this species? Would your species mix with these species or breed with the other species, or do they very much?
I don't think it's completely compatible, actually.
Hmm. Okay.
But maybe it is, I don't really know. But I mean, we love them.
Yeah.
They are, they are, I mean, they are very good to us and to everything on the planet, and they have a
Hmm.
very big heart, very compassionate and loving, and make sure that everyone is taken care of and is, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
And they
there's a
don't
lot of
really,
respect.
yeah, they don't really discriminate, even though they sort of are the ruling class, but that's because they are very, very intelligent
Yes.
and wise. So it's a great balance for us at least.
Hmm. That sounds like a very harmonious place. So let's see what happens as we move further along in your life. So I want you to just close that scene in a moment. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, I'm going to travel through a tunnel of time, travel through time and space to another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing, that we need to see today. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling through time. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now. And just allow all those images to flow up from your soul as you orientate yourself in this new place within this lifetime. And just tell me what it is you can see or notice.
I am working on a spaceship as this being,
Yes.
and I work in science. I'm a scientist, work in the science labs,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just, exploring, traveling around, exploring, working with other beings. And I love this. I really, really, wow, I can feel the sort of love and humbleness for what I do. I'm just so completely doing what I love. And I'm so honored to be able to do this, you know, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's a good feeling.
And tell me more
It's
about
like
this
I'm
ship that you find yourself on, and just tell me all what you see the other beings. And I know you said you're a scientist, so just tell me more about what kind of things you do in your
on the
daily.
on the ship I am. These are just people from my planet who work there,
Mm-hmm.
were there, and it's like I'm exploring and researching like all kinds of life and things. Maybe we find on other planets like plants and sort of you know measuring the atmosphere and the composition of the plants and and also and then there are others there who are exploring what if there's something to be created from what we find or and also we're just exploring, learning more about the world around us, and
Mm-hmm.
we're also in communication. I mean, not me that much, but sometimes, but in communication with other beings who sort of travel between the stars.
Mm-hmm.
And um, we know that there are hostile beings out there. We have met hostile beings, and we know that not everything is positive out there, and just makes you appreciate more what you have.
Nice. And how many
Uh,
beings are aboard your spacecraft, roughly?
Oh, about 500.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite big.
Mm-hmm. And does everyone have their own specific roles?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is doing something specific. I mean,
And so do you have your own little team of scientists that you work alongside?
yes,
Yeah, your work colleagues.
yes.
Yeah. And just tell me more about some of the places that you've gone to visit, some of the other planets. And
Yeah,
have
we
you
we
encountered any problems in any of the planets that you've come across?
yeah, like I said, we know that there are negative and hostile aliens out there,
Mm-hmm.
and also people on other planets who have been um they've been suppressed by other
Mm-hmm.
beings or hurt or enslaved or and they don't like aliens, you know? They
Mm-hmm.
don't like anyone from another place, you know? And I mean, it's all kinds of different things. I don't really go often, maybe down to the planets, but it does happen.
Mm-hmm. Do you tend to stay on the ship?
Yes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
usually.
Very good.
But I mean, we can see the planets, the beings that live there, and things like that. Sort of. I mean, we have these screens, and we can see, what kind of planet this is, and what's the atmospheric conditions, and what are, the beings that live
Mm-hmm.
there, and everything. We can see it on screens, but sometimes, but maybe not very often. I go
Mm. But you don't feel
to the surface. No,
the need to go to the surface.
no, not
And
really.
have you seen Earth from the screens as well? Is that something you can do from your ship?
Yeah, I probably could, but I don't know whether I've been. Yeah, I
Is
feel
that?
like I've been to something or seen something similar. I'm not really sure whether it's Earth,
Hmm.
but I find it likely.
Hmm.
But I feel that we know that this is sort of a restricted area
Hmm.
because of the way it's controlled.
What is, just tell me more about what's a restricted area,
Earth,
Earth,
yeah.
and how, tell me more about how is it controlled? Do you know who controls Earth?
Y- We know we know that there is someone who's controlling that place,
Hmm.
that area where
Hmm.
Earth is. There are someone controlling it, which means that we don't really go very near that
Hmm.
because this is the the spaceship I'm on is a science sort of
Yes.
vessel. So uh yeah, we don't go provoking
Okay.
any bears.
Yeah, of course.
Don't go too near these places
And
where we know there are hostile aliens who are in
hmm.
control. And that's Earth is in that area, in an area like that.
Hmm. And do most of the species out there know of planet Earth? Is it a very well known planet within the cosmos?
Uh, I don't really know, but
Hmm.
I think many do, especially the ones who have some sort of connection to it.
Yes. Okay.
Because who have had colonies there or connected to the Earth and the planets around Earth
Hmm.
in some way.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to see while you're in the ship? Would you like to move forward? Know if there's anything else that we need to know today?
It's just the feeling I get is I really really enjoyed that life, and I was
Mm-hmm.
really content and happy with my lot in life. You know?
Mm-hmm. You felt a sense of belonging. You feel a sense of belonging there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just close that scene. Close that scene. And in a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, I'm going to travel through a tunnel of time, travel through time and space to another important day in this lifetime that we've just been viewing, that we need to see today. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling through time. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now. And just allow yourself all those images to flow up from your soul as you orientate yourself. And just tell me what you see or notice or feel.
It's like I'm back in my village, or
Hmm.
yeah, I'm older.
Yeah, tell me more about
I
the
feel like
physical body now.
I feel like that I'm nearing my end.
Yes. Okay,
I'm
very.
very sort of content with my life, and there's a feeling that I don't want to leave
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a good place to live. It's a good place to be. Sorry,
That's okay.
but I know I am sort of nearing my end because this is sort of most of my species live about 500 years.
Yes.
Something 560 is, comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. How many years do you spend in the ship? Or do you go from the ship back to the village or would you be on the ship for many, many years at a time?
Yes, I was on the ship for years, but I could always go back if I wanted to. But
Yes.
I was, yeah, I spent very many of my years on the ship and then working sort of in the biggest city on the planet. Maybe, yeah.
Did you continue
After
your
that,
work as a scientist in the
yes,
city?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, well, let's just close that scene. And in a moment, we're going to move to the last day in this lifetime that we're viewing now, and you will not feel any physical sensations at all. That is very important that you will not feel any physical sensations at all. And you can just move out of the body and watch the rest of the lifetime as if it were happening to someone else, almost as if it were a movie, and you'll feel no physical sensations at all. So as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling there now. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now. And you can view it as if it's someone else and just tell me what you see.
It's like I think we end our life, or when we know that we're leaving, we walk
Hmm.
into the sea. We just
Oh,
go into the sea,
yes.
and it seems like our body quite quickly really sort of dissolves
Hmm.
when we leave it, when we die,
Hmm.
and we just it's in a sense we know that this is the end, and in a sense we decide to leave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We decide to leave this body and give the body back to the earth,
Yes.
and you know, our spirit, our soul, our essence sort of goes out, and it's quite effortless, really. It's something that no one is afraid of. Everyone
Yes.
accepts. It's just what it is, this is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I just and the strangest thing is that I feel that when I leave this body,
Mm-hmm.
and on the soul, the feeling I get is that my soul is female. I just was experiencing a male life there, but my soul
Ah.
is much more female. I mean, of
Mm-hmm.
course, the soul is neutral, but
Yeah.
it's more female
Mm-hmm.
somehow.
And you
Sort
chose
of,
to experience a male body. And when you walk into the sea, would you do that on your own, or would there be other beings with you to help
yes, I
send
mean,
you over?
most people in, most people in the village uh, come with you
Mm-hmm.
to the sort of beach, or to the where you walk into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And some people come with you into the ocean when this is happening. It's like a sort of goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sounds like a beautiful send off.
yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just such a peaceful, beautiful, fulfilling life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gorgeous in every way, you know.
That sounds so
Uh,
wonderful. Just allow yourself to just, as that soul essence, just to drift towards that white light of source, the light of home, of where you are from, and allow yourself just to experience what it's like to be back with source.
so freeing and wonderful.
And just tell me more about what you feel the lesson was in that lifetime that we've just viewed as you're in
I think
source now.
I actually think that this was one of my lives in on the planet that I'm originally from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you sort of evolve on the planet you originally are born on,
Yes.
and then you evolve through species
Mm-hmm.
until you sort of reach the sort of maybe highest or most intelligent life form on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe you're able to go somewhere else if you want. And I think the beings on this planet, which were the ones who sort of were rulers or something, or were the sort of ruling class,
Mm-hmm.
they are the beings that I've seen myself as a few times.
I see.
Very sort of white, blue, tall, white, blue beings.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very wise and spiritual and nurturing and kind. And there are other beings that live on the planet, and this was one of them, which I experienced life as.
Beautiful.
And it feels so oh, amazingly good and
Mm-hmm.
peaceful always when I connect with this this place and my home, my
Yeah, it feels like
origins.
home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
And I think
wonderful.
I'm saying this because, this longing I have in me of home
Yes.
is just to remember
Right.
the feelings, remember
Mm-hmm.
the sort of the experiences and the feelings and
Mm-hmm.
uh, the nurturing, the connection. I know that's what I'm missing here,
Mm-hmm.
but if I by remembering it myself, I can more transmit that feeling outward
Yes.
to others.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
This and it's just also to remind me that it's there, it exists, it's there, it is there. It is
Mm-hmm.
there, you know. I've not lost anything, it's there. It's
Mm-hmm.
there, you know.
Beautiful.